You're here today, and perhaps you're facing maybe the greatest of odds. And you're facing the greatest odds when it comes to being a parent. I don't know how old your child is, but you don't know what to do. You've read all the books you can read, you've asked all the advice you can do, and you're just like, I just don't know what to do. Or maybe perhaps it's your health. You're facing the greatest odds in your health or a diagnosis. Or you're facing the greatest of odds in your work. You don't know what to do. You're overwhelmed. You feel inadequate. Or maybe today you're a follower of Jesus, and as a follower, you're embarking on this great mission of God, and you're honestly trying to follow God, and yet you feel overwhelmed. You feel like thrown in the towel in some form or fashion altogether. And I just want you to know, in weakness, God's strength is made perfect. Some of you are in need today, physical need. You don't know where your next paycheck is going to come from. And friend, here's the thing. I don't know what providence has for you. But what I do know is that He is your provider. And I do know that He is Jehovah Jireh, and we can take our greatest needs to Him. Some of you here today have a broken relationship, and all of these things come to the surface this time of year. In this broken relationship, you've tried everything, and the pain is maybe long and deep, and you don't know how to walk through it all. Here's what I want you to know. That the mighty God who reconciled the world to Himself for Jesus can certainly reconcile that relationship if you guys will allow Him to. Maybe you're here today and you needed to hear about the mighty God because you don't feel like you belong. You don't belong where you work or where you live or where you go to church or your friends. You don't feel like you belong at all. You don't feel good enough. You don't feel like you even have a purpose or you really have any worth. Let me tell you, friend, here in this moment now, Jesus was born in Podunkville, Bethlehem. He came to those who were nothing. Some of you here in this place here today, you're here and you need to hear about this mighty God because you struggle with doubt. And you're like the guy who was on his way to Jerusalem and met Jesus. He said to Jesus, I believe, but help my unbelief. And you've never had a moment where you truly place your faith in Jesus Christ as your Lord and your Savior. That's never taken place. And the truth of the matter is this Christmas, the mighty God brings victory over even your greatest doubt.